So I've just climbed over the hedge there, which leads on from a field. God, looking very overgrown. Oops. There's a pond in there. There's a pond over there. Just make out. That's probably the edge of it there. Some tennis courts here somewhere. I'll draw on this. See how this is not looking very doable, is it? Nobody can see me in here. And then we're going to get all those brambles. This is well overgrown. Don't rain now. It's looking a bit more rainfall. It's looking a bit more rainfall, guys. This place is very overgrown. Very, very over. Could have just come in over the gate, bottom of the drive. Unfortunately, my knee isn't that good today. And I'm not that agile. This is well overgrown. It must have been a really nice place when it was kept, looked after. See a building over there. See a building over there. So I'm pretty close now. This is accessible. beetles in my socks. Huh. I don't think I'll go walking on the wasp's nest. That's asking for trouble. Yeah. Somebody's obviously kicked that. At some point. Oops. Never seen a wasp's nest in the ground like that before. So this is one of the outbuildings. Yeah. Looks like a little summer house. Yeah, little summer house. Obviously had electric up here at some point. Yeah, nice. Torch, yeah. Got my little torch. Get my little torch on the job. There you go, folks. Nice little summer house. Doorway there, a couple of doors. Electric up here. Definitely electric up here. Some tennis net, funnily enough. That confirms that there was a tennis court up here, folks. Summer house, which is here. So it must have been quite close to the tennis courts there. That's the driveway. That's the things. That's the driveway there. So this must lead on to the house somewhere here. I can't see it yet. Take a walk up here. There's a grate there. A footpath that goes down the side there. I would hasten to say it probably was a footpath. I can't see the house yet. There's a gate there. Gate there. Not sure what's up there. We have a gateway here, folks. This is got in somewhere. A building there. literally just there. Best bet is to walk up a little bit further. Let's walk back over this gate bit. There's that brick wall there. End here. That's not what I was looking at, but there we are. Oops. So that must be another point of entry there then. That's fairly well trampled down here. Seen the summer house right over there. What's this little building here then? Let's have a look. Look, another little summer house. Oh, this is a greenhouse. Greenhouse here, folks. Potting shed in there. Greenhouse here. Definitely like Victorian sort of era. Definitely. Not sure where this goes. There's another building over there. Lots of buildings here in the grounds here, which other people have completely missed. In fact, I'm not sure what that is, but that's like a chicken coop there, I'd say. Kind of looks like it. It's got chicken wire all round it here. So they had chickens here, folks. I'm not quite sure what this building is down here. It's got to be the house. It's looking like the house. Big grounds. Lots of grounds here. Oh, there's the gate. Glad I got in. So a lot of these windows have been boarded up. Somebody already got in. That boarding's been there a while, it's going green now. That's that little window I saw in the video. Just going in via the back gate here, folks. Ah, there's water there. It's a water pipe. Oops. Ah, that's turned off there. But why was it coming inside the house there? Very strange. In that other video, it was pouring in. What's that then? Like a cast iron pipe there. So some sort of a workshop-y stables up there. Let's have a look down here. boarding's been up for a good few years. Yeah. A good few years that boarding's been up there. I bet they put that up there when it was first abandoned. There we have our window that is open. Ouch. Bloody brambles. What's that? Ah, there's a door there. With a letterbox in it. Right, so folks. Here's an access point. Weirdly, it's got a fluorescent light thing hanging down. Just climbed in this window here. It's missing. Old lath and plaster walls. Not sure what room this might have been. Might have been the sitting room, possibly. Old sweb line storage heater there. This is the front door. My God, that's old electrics. My God, that's never still on, surely. It is. That power's still on. Radio telly switch. Surprising. Ah, that's interesting. There's another electricity meter there. Must have been divided up. So that's a main three-phase electric meter there, folks. And then we've got our little single-phase one there. Everything's turned off, I'm pleased to see. So this is the kind of like the front door, I think. The letterbox. That's an old contactor there. What do they want to... Oh, that must have been for the storage heaters. Potentially. My God, what a mess. Oh, this has got to be the kitchen then. Kitchen area. Old Bristol basin sink there. God, what a mess. This is like an old oven, an old pump there, an old hand pump. Rubber cabling. That's not good, is it? That kind of dates it quite a lot. An old bilge pump type sort of pump here. Now, I wonder whether we can get any action out of it. Could do with greasing. No, that's long dried up probably. I don't know what that is there. That's some sort of a clay oven. That's got to be a lead pipe down there, isn't it? Yeah. There is an actual clay oven there, look. Yeah. That is actually a clay oven there, look. Yeah. Lead pipes. What's this? Oh, that's just... What if I just walked in? I just walked in there. I've got a burglar alarm in the next room here. God, This is old electrics here. Old wooden fuse boxes with ceramic fuses. That's very old school. Wonder what happened to the water that was running here the other day then, because that was pouring down. Got the fuse box there. BT extension bell there. And this is, that's just like it's been thrown down the stairs. Folks, I'm going to make the leap of death here to see whether I can pull myself into this room. Oh, wow, this has got to be the sitting room, isn't it? Look at this. Well, I'm glad to see the water's turned off, because that was going to be one of my priorities today, was turning the water off. Because in that other video, it was absolutely pouring through the ceilings there. God, the old light switches. That's real old school light switches, that is. Yeah, that's real old school. It's definitely a very old house. Yeah, this wood doesn't look that old though. That must be like the conservatory bit out the other side, which we haven't seen yet. Yeah. It's a very grand place. Must have had some pictures or something hanging up in these little sections here. Yeah. Very posh place in its day. Gas pipe there, over there, look. Old BT socket there. Gas pipe there. The BT socket over there by the curtain. Lots of BT sockets here. Oops. Yeah, I don't know how the hell that lot's got over there. It's kind of stopping you from going up that stairs anyway. Right, I'm going to have to try and get myself over there now. Without breaking me bloody neck. Breaking my bloody neck. Yeah, I can't believe the electric's still on. That's mad. That's definitely off. It's a Chubb alarm system, that is. Chubb alarm system. That's kind of putting the date on it too. Right, let's try and get up here if I can. That's slipping over. Breaking me bloody neck. Right, so guys, we're now upstairs. It's a big old house. Bathroom in there. Let's have a look up here. Oh God, it's quite fancy up here. ancestor. Watching. Don't know why I'm watching it really. I've already got one. So this is another bedroom here then. Again, window shutters. Yeah. I think this must have been divided up to like some bed sits or something at one point. Wash basin over there. Currently there, what's left of it. Another bathroom. That's seen bad days. Definitely. Not even going to try and walk in there. That must be where the water was pouring down through here. This is all very dubious here. Another little stairway. Some kids have been in here at some point then. Oh, there's some taps up there. Another little landing up there. Folks. There's some more rooms. Can't believe how many rooms there are here. Lots of glass in here. Somebody stood there then, there was a shadow of a torch. Another bedroom. Another fireplace. Can't believe there's another landing up here. With even more rooms. Oh, that's the top of that stairway. So I bet you originally that's the main stairway there, and that other stairway is for like the servants' quarters. Very long toilet there. Oh my God. Another big room here. Very massive rooms. Oops. Not sure how good this floor is. Especially with all the water that's come down. There's a bathroom out there even. There's multiple bathrooms. That's 3 bathrooms that I've seen so far. It's quite a sizable bedroom. Again, very old light switches. They're real old school light switches, that is. Cool. Bedroom here. Another bedroom there with a fireplace. They must have had a nice fancy stairwell going down there. That's the remains of the loop from the top of the banister there, by the looks of it, over there. Somebody's just chopped off. Water pipe going off through there. So there is an upstairs. There's another upstairs here, folks. That's the long toilet. So that's the back stairs there. That's the back stairs. So this must have been the servants' quarters. Right, and up here. So these stairs aren't going to collapse. I hope not. Oh God. Oh my God. Look at the water tank on the attic up here. More rooms. That's all dry in there. Water tank there. Storage heater up there. Ooh, that's a bit spongy. The bedroom up here. Yeah. Right. Wonder how old this newspaper is. That's my next challenge. Down this stairway. So that's the attic up there, folks. Oops. That's the attic on the 3rd floor. And we'll try and get down here. Tight. No. That's some fairly fresh looking boss white there. That's lead piping there, isn't it? For sure. Sophie's, Adrienne, Annette, Karen, Caroline, Jackie, Adam, Tessa, Lainey, Veronica. Very strange. And they've been etched, scrawled into the wall. So, let's take some pictures here now, folks. fuck's sake. Stepping on that fucking bit of metal. There's a bit of new cable in there, man. There's a bit of PVC cabling in here, then. Paint flaking off the ceiling here. So, this is the first floor. And through that hole in the wall that's been done at a very much later date than the house was built. Somebody's built a bathroom on top of an extension downstairs. Yeah, it's in a hell of a state. Kids have been in there vandalising it. So I was watching somebody's video the other day and there was water absolutely pouring down the stairs here. I'm glad to say it's all dry. Today, somebody's been in and turned the water off, thankfully. Ah, finally woken up then, chap. God, blimey heck. Ouch. It's fucking red off. How fucking old that. Shutters here, look folks. Lots of shutters here. It's a proper old school house that has shutters on the inside of the windows instead of curtains. Let's take a walk down there, take a few pictures. Oops. It's difficult to try and walk around places and not make too much of a noise because the road's just the other side of the hedge. You don't really want to alert people that you're mooching about here. There's a hole in the roof up there. Slate slipped. There's a toilet system. They like their candlestick wall light holders, didn't they, in this place? Let's go downstairs again. Funny little alcoves here, dotted around the house here. Where this planking's from. Right, that's all dead there. I say it's all dead. That's old. That's old school electrics, that is. So guys, this is the back door. By the looks of things, it looks like there might have been a stairs going up through there. Looking at the marks on the wall here, looking at the footprint on the floor there, it does look like a stairwell. So, huge bit of slate there. This must be likely. This place is massive, man. It really is. Can't get over how big it is in here. Can't get over how big it is in here. Yeah. So this is the, I would say this is the house kitchen. Storage here, there. Another fluorescent there. Twin fluorescent there. That's another fawn one actually. There's another fawn one. Another fawn fluorescent. Nice double sink. I haven't seen any bell system in here other than that button I just saw the other side of the wall here earlier. There's a couple of clome ovens here. There's definitely a clome oven there on the right. An old pump there. So there must be a well here somewhere. Let's see what's behind here. Nothing in behind there. That's shutter there. There's lots of, someone's been in here and put lots of stop valves on. So this is the kitchen here, folks. Another twin fluorescent there, which is a thorn one. Right there. Bit of a funny place for a toilet. Bit of a funny place for a toilet. And then we got this proper old stone floor here. Got a bit of bloody marble there. Looks like a safe. Bits of busted slate tabletop there. More shutters. Some coat hooks there. Oh yeah, that is a safe, look. You can see by the mesh on the wall there, look, on the window. So that's a safe, what old people would call a safe. Just like before they had fridges. In fact, that's a sliding door there by the looks of things. That slides in, whoops. Oh, bugger. It does in fact slide. And it's got a lock on it, funnily enough. Yeah. So it was a lockable safe, guys. A lockable safe. Yeah. A lockable safe with a socket in there. This is definitely old school. Not quite sure what all the weights over there are about. I haven't seen any bell pushers other than the one in the passageway there. Other than the one in the passageway. That's the back of the safe there, folks. Again, for storing somebody's vape there. It's a bit dodgy. There's some bastard marble on the floor there. Right, I think I've seen all I need to see in here. Can't believe all of this is on. Wow. The three-phase meter is still powered up. And that little meter there is still powered up. And that meter there is powered on. Yeah. I wouldn't want anybody to go turning that on. What are these things here sticking out the wall? Right. Time to make good my escape. So we're outside again, folks. So just getting out of the window that we got in earlier. Looking back in there. Get my rucksack on. That was a massive house, man. That's a big house. That's a proper house. So that's the front door there, kind of the front door. It's still got a letterbox on it, but it's kind of, could almost be the servants' door actually. I don't think. I'm going to get through here. Yeah, I think so. Just a bit overgrown. Blackberries there, folks. Early blackberries. It's going to be a good season for blackberries, I think. So, that's looking up. I mean, this house is very overgrown. Very overgrown. That's the electric cables coming in there. I mean, it's well overgrown. It doesn't take long for places to get overgrown, mind you. Sometimes, literally just a few years is all it takes. But yeah, not quite sure where that goes, but it's not that accessible, so let's go up through here. Not quite sure what that is. Could be an outside loo. Now this is definitely an extension. Definitely an extension going on there, folks. That's the one that's all collapsed upstairs. Now I venture to suggest that this is an outside toilet. I'd say it probably is. Can't see any plumbing in there for it though. Ah. And this is kind of like a, yeah, kind of like a conservatory, you could say. Ooh. Telephone. Right in there. Yeah. Yeah, what a shame, innit? What a shame. Ooh, excuse me. Somebody's actually tried repairing that, because that's been cut into there, look. And somebody's actually made a corresponding cut on another bit of wood at some point. Same with that one. To actually join a new bit of wood in there. So I'll just come down from over here. Just come down. Bloody brambles. That's like that sitting room we saw early on, just off from the stairwell, which has got all the bath and everything. That big sitting room, this is like what is the other side of that boarding. So it's like a bit of a... It's a shame they put that makeshift bathroom up there. What a lash up that is. What a lash up that is. So what can you see over here then? What have we got over here? Oh, that's the bloody road there. Literally. That's the bloody road there. That's the road there, literally. Telephone pole. In amongst the trees. Telephone pole over there. The telephone's not having to come very far. Walk over here. Walk around this way. It's a nice little meadow over there. I don't know where the tennis court is then. Tennis court is alongside the road there somewhere. But that's probably well overground. That's not blackberries there again. Yeah. So, I'm not quite sure what part of the house this is, or if I've even seen it. On the side. Must be the back of the lounge, I'd have thought. I mean, this is an old house. I've looked up this house and I think it dates back to 1880 at least. So, it dates back to 1880, folks. That must be the front door there. That makes it 145 years old. The bell push. Yeah, that's the bell push. That's obviously not working. Right. Just a little alcoves there. Wonder what they're for. Right, so let's go around this side. I don't know where that bloody bell's ringing. If that's the church, down the road there. So, it's a big old place. I'm just amazed how big it is. Just amazed how big it is. I'm not quite sure what the iron pipes are about. That's the way I went down earlier. Right, let's have a look up here. This is stables up here, this is the building that drew my attention to it when I was coming up from Polkerris the other day. This caught my attention. One of these buildings here. Ah, that's the driveway down there. So have a look in that driveway. Would have brought you to this parking area here. So let's have a look in here. Now that's interesting. Why would a Rashleigh Inn pub, Rashleigh Inn sign, be here? That is interesting. Outdoors and stuff here. And twigs. What that's doing in here then? Somebody's already scrounged that. Some old doors here. Shelves and stuff. Bits of panelling. Just random stuff. Random stuff. What have we got up here then? In this building. Oh yeah, that's where I went into earlier. Did I go in here earlier? Oh, no, I didn't go into it earlier. That was the stables. Now, I'm going to check out this building, the other side of this wall here. So, a few people in here. So, that's the garage I went into earlier. No chance I'm going to get across into that. No chance at all. I think there you've got the Rashleigh pub sign there. So yeah, it's just some sort of garage. Couple of, not quite sure what's over there. So we're in the potting shed here, folks. I mean, this is proper, this is, isn't it? A bit dark in here. Let's put a torch on it. That's better. So I've got a little water tank there. That's fairly new wood there. In the last 10 years or so. Tannalised timber. Somebody was obviously maintaining it to a degree. And then this greenhouse is definitely seen better days. But interestingly, I've noticed there, look, here's some heating pipes there, look. Heating pipes. That's interesting. I wonder how they were heated up then. That may have been what that big pipe was coming down by the house there. Oops, excuse me. Yeah, that's interesting. So the pipe we just seen in the greenhouse, folks. There's a fire here in the potting shed, look. Yeah. So somebody would have made a fire up in there. I don't know where the chimney is, mind you. That's a good question. Where's the chimney here then? Somebody would have made a fire up in there. And then that would have allowed the water to go around that bloody great pipe in the greenhouse. Yeah. So that is interesting. Right. I think we've explored everything, to be honest. I think we've explored everything, to be honest. I haven't seen anybody else while I've been mooching about here. I haven't seen anybody else while I've been mooching about this afternoon. Sun's come out, that's a bonus. Right, okay, that's the driveway. Gonna have a little bit of a walk down the driveway, but not too far. Be a nice easy way to get out. But unfortunately, it's quite a high gate to climb over. So, but as you can see, nothing's been up this lane for years. It truly is forgotten. But yeah, it truly is a long driveway. Okay, make my way out this way, which is the way I came in, I think. Did I come this way? Yeah, I think I did. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. So folks, that was the old manor house. Very good it was too. That was a cracking explore. That's another point of entry there. Don't know whether there's a point of exit. That's fenced up there. That might be a better exit for me to get out of, actually. Certainly be better flying the drone.